Great, thank you. Thank you so much. Um, there's Hasney. Hello, Hasney. Let me first share my screen and we'll get going. And then get this full screen. And then we'll be off to the races. Hope this is okay, everybody. Thank you. Hello, everybody out there. I'm Cynthia Hathaway, here along with Hasnain Lilani. And we are two woolly comrades in arms promoting wool and calling for its revaluation as a beautiful textile, but also a long-held vital maker of social and cultural and ecological practices spanning the globe, many cultures, many histories, and time over time. Thank you so much for including us today in this really incredible event. Maybe I can say just a little bit about me first. I've been a wool activist and promoter and researcher. I bracket the re of research, so more of a searcher, for about 8-9 years now, designing ways to bring this beautiful knowledge system represented through shepherding to our cities, inspired by the act of transhumance, walking with sheep and shepherds from pasture to pasture, leaving and creating pasture as we tread more lightly on the planet. I've followed the wool trail, mapping it as I go, from the back of a sheep in the Netherlands to raw wool waste collectors. Lee mentioned this early, that well, here we are, raw wool being sent to China for pennies a kilo as waste, although China's not accepting it anymore as much, so we have to deal with our wool. This is it, having been collected from all the farmers in the Netherlands. Walking with shepherds in France and Spain and the Netherlands. This is Spain. The former photo was France. And of course to Pakistan, where Hasnain Lilani is. And it's really about finding these sort of woolly practitioners that are doing incredible works to revalue wool. And I bring this knowledge back and find ways to uncover it, share it in urban settings, such as here in the Netherlands and elsewhere. And I set up the sweater shop or sweatshop. We should sweat harder for our things, in various communities. And once hands are in the wool, the stories come out. And it is really through wool that we connect to our pasts, to our ancestors, to each other, and create this sense of belonging, a community, a movement. The movement is a natural feeling. It's the urge to walk, be with, creating spaces where human and non-human coexist in equitable partnerships. The Wool March is something that I have produced for the last 2 years. It's the manifestation of collected wool stories and meaning with 300 local sheep of the Kempish Heiderschap, shepherds and publics in Tilburg, the Netherlands. And we are co-producing messages of hope, of we belong here, we are here, we will continue to be here. So join the walk and walk with us. This is Tilburg. We have it again in 1 week exactly, so please, if anyone's close by, you are welcome to join in. It's really about listening to the wool and we will get there. If we follow hooves with our feet, we will get there. If we listen to shepherds, we will get there. So getting there for me is a physical and virtual journey, connecting with custodian expertises scattered around the globe, often unheard, some close to disappearing. These are shepherds around the world with this incredible ecological practice of transhumance. To our recyclers, or as Lee beautifully said, the reincarnation, I love that word, reincarnating people that are out of sight, out of mind, but are dealing with the world's wool waste. And this is where I'm very pleased to introduce Hasnain Leilani, who's based in Karachi, Pakistan, as one of these practitioners of custodian relations. So we all welcome you to Wool Mountain, Pakistan, and hello, Hasnain.
Hi, Cynthia. I hope you are doing well.
I'm very good, Hasnain, and I know you're on a day of big holiday, so thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. And thank you very much for Lee and Philip to giving the opportunity to share our journey at what we are doing actually.
Maybe you can start, Hasnain, with.
And actually, I started as a designer, and I used to work in denim industry as a head of research and design in Pakistan, and I worked with a lot of big companies. But I started my career working with Ms. Noorjahan Bidgami. So I used to work with her on handloom textiles and natural dyeing. So that was my core. Basically, I start my career from that craft, learning the basics of the textiles actually. And that motivated me to jump into this like ocean of this textile industry and fascinate me. So when I entered in this industry, I worked with a lot of people and a lot of brands and around the world, and so it was very fascinating and very inspiring. But at a certain point, I realized it was like something needs to be going in not in the right direction. So I stopped and realized and asking questions to myself: Am I on the right path or not? So so we so actually we started as a family, and I asked my brothers to join. So we started a company called Datini Fibers as a recycling. It's a material science company, and we are focusing more into recycled wool actually. And I was also working with a lot of companies and supporting them in sustainability because I quit my job in past in 2015 and 16, and I put myself as a dedicated into in finding the solution for the textiles waste actually because we are producing a lot of waste in textiles, but we never consider as a resource actually. So the linear system of this waste needs has it has a more potential to revive it back. So I started to support some companies around the world and trying to bring the technology in Pakistan, but that was not quickly happening. So we started our own, very small, and focusing more into landfill areas to collect the waste from around the world. And we are focusing mostly on wool, and because I personally like it, like it's a natural fiber and dedicated to the nature thing. So we started into it, and we built our infrastructure in Pakistan, collecting the waste from all around the world. The beautiful sweaters we are collecting. Actually, we are creating it's like a journey from the farm that too much energy has been utilized to produce those fibers, the natural fiber, which is like a gift from nature. And then the designers put that much energy into the pieces to create the textiles, the beautiful pieces, and the user and the consumer, they have attached their memories and love in those garments, and actually thrown out back for the waste. So we are actually not saving the garments, we are saving the feelings and the emotions attached to those garments. And we are trying to revive it back in the recycling way. So during the recycling process, we collect the waste by the in a mixed volume, and then we sort it down in like compositions and by colors as well. So we have built our mechanism and infrastructure in that way that to build in a systematic way so that everyone can learn this craft and transform and get inspired. So we make that much easy in the smooth journey. So so we collect the waste, we remove the labels and accessories and other things, and we transform into a product that comes into a new fiber, and that fibers goes into new yarn, and that yarn goes back into a new uh, in a product. So we come up with those solutions, and we build the infrastructure for the waste recycling, and we are adding more advanced technologies by embedding the sensors and advanced technologies to build the systems for the waste handling and waste sorting and the recycling structure as well. Because recycling is not that new. It's for last many years, for centuries, but never had been that much invested into resource of technologies and everything. But the circular economy and the climate change we are facing, so now we realize that the climate change is the real challenge, and we have to focus of finding the solutions for the resources, and also because the microplastics have and the plastic in like synthetics has too many problems created. So we collect the waste, we sort them like in a color combinations, and then we recycle it into a same unique unitone and melange tone, and it gives back a new life for the easy way for the spinning partners to spin the yarn. So these are the shades that we are processing and everything, but definitely we find also some challenges during the process of recycling, that we find multicolors of garments, and those garments cannot be recycled. And also we find some best of the best garments for the upcycling, and also for the reselling of the for the second hand thing. So we come up with the idea of upcycling after working in recycling. So we were very much focused on that. Recycling is it could be the last solution rather than the first solution. So we come up with an idea of upcycling farm, and we got the inspiration from the Japanese technique Mitsugi to embracing the imperfection, and uh, and we start developing and creating some new products which cannot be recycled actually, and so we come up with some new ideas and transforming those waste into a new product. These are the garments we collect, and we try to engage as a resale products because these are the beautiful pieces, and I think it should not go back into recycling.
This is your sweater museum has name.
Yes, so this is we have collected some pieces, very vintage pieces from like 1920s and 1930s, and these. So I was when I was sorting the waste, I was like inspiring, and I was like, what we are doing for these issues, I should save it. So I start separating those things with the separate collection with the name of Sweater Museum, and I was dreaming about way back 5 years ago to build the Sweater Museum, and then we display those pieces to the students, and they can come to archive and they can learn from it what is the craft, how they made it, and how. So we are still up to it, and if anyone would like to jump on this for the like to help us out and to join for this journey, you are most welcome to come and contact us for this.
So
So,
what
so
happens when they're okay? Carry on. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
So these are the pieces like we collect. These are the beautiful patterns, and these are the fantastic wool sweaters. And I don't want to throw it back into recycling because there is a challenge in of recycling of these waste, if we do recycling, we find this multicolor into murky gray after the recycling process. So the value of that product waste turn out into this. It doesn't make sense and doesn't make a justification and to justice to that beautiful product into this color. So we come up with an idea and we thought we should create some products out of that. So we started with tote bags and we started with some new like cushions, we with the banana bags, with the and so many other products we are working on. So we use those sweaters as a raw material, and also we use the waste recycling material as a filling. So we created those cushions out of the waste, which has like some problems. So we repair it, mend it, and we are creating those like these tote bags.
This is
So you
such a
can see
beautiful sweater.
yes, this is like one of the best piece I found, and I was like, this is alpaca, and I was like, fall in love when I saw this piece. I said, I should not do it in recycle. I should keep it safe with me. And my brother, my team was like, what you will do for this? And I say, okay, let's wait. When the time will be right, we will create something, and then we find it because we have huge quantities of sweaters we have saved for last many years for the with the name of repairing in future. So we created those things and we collected. So now we started this upcycling and now we are making tote bags out of those waste products. So we are using only wool. Inside we are using the woven layer of wool fabrics, and outside is the woven knit fabric. So we are combining together as a reversible product. And also, we try to do some experiments and trying of producing this waste of sweaters into a new sweater. So these are the experiments we are trying to engage with and exploring furthermore new ideas. So we also try to engage with the upcycling of the cashmere gloves and cashmere neck warmers because we found that those pieces have more value rather than recycling. So we come up with an idea of upcycling of those cashmere neck warmers, gloves, and also other accessories. So these are the wool fabrics and pants and like coats and jackets. So these are the things that usually not go for recycling because it ends into a recycling of a product which turns into insulation for the walls. So we come up with an idea to try to engage with this thing and come out in a new product which can be usable for the further life cycle. So the brand name is Upcycling Farm, and we got the inspiration from Nitsugi. So we are engaging every fabric which has like a like something and which needs to repair or amend. So we are taking added as it is as this fabric and transforming into a new product. And we are highlighting those visibles of the things which is the challenges that garment has itself. We found beautiful Pendleton in the waste and we transform and into these banana bags you can see. So this is like, and we are highlighting the mending itself by highlighting in the color. So what has the challenge? So this is our office. I aspire from the sustainability and the climate change. So we come up with an idea to show the the journey of our thing because we started very small and we have a mission to transform and give this thing back to the society and what we have learned so far.
Well, thank you so much, Hasnain, for sharing your story. And this is also an invitation for all of you, future designers, textile designers, industry, to really make this mountain sing. It wants to sing. It is singing. You saw how beautiful it is to be in this wool mountain, Pakistan. There's just absolutely nobody, I think, who can do it better and be a painter of paints with sweater waste. But it's very hard work, so we need you all on board. So please, we welcome you to get in touch with us, to work with it, to be inspired, make with it. We really need you. So we hope to see you soon in the future.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, everyone. We
Thank
welcome you to
you.
join.